This is KHQ Nonstop Local at 6:30.
Well, it has been more than 80 years since CBS News correspondent Edward R. Murrow walked through the gates of the Nazis' Buchenwald concentration camp in Germany. His broadcast that followed, describing the camp's conditions, became one of the most famous broadcasts of the 20th century. Good evening, I'm Sean Owsley. Our 360 coverage tonight, the impact, the lasting impact of that broadcast, how one journalist managed to reach millions around the world. But first, let's walk you through the dark part of history and what came in the months and so many years after. The Buchenwald Camp was established in 1937. It's located in Weimar, Germany, and quickly became one of the largest concentration camps on German soil. At its height, the prisoner population reached 112,000, though hundreds died each day from disease, malnutrition, exhaustion, and execution. That's when Edward Murrow paid a visit with a paper and a pen in hand. Brooke Bovenkamp has that story tonight.
The air is thick with a haunting silence, disturbed only by the cries of the birds over the grounds of the former Buchenwald concentration camp. This place, located just 4.5 miles down the road from the city of Weimar, holds the echoes of suffering. Once just a symbol of pure evil, today Buchenwald also stands as a memorial to the 56,000 victims who died here.
The clock tower behind me is permanently set at 3:15 p.m., marking the time at which Buchenwald was liberated 80 years ago.
At Buchenwald, time stands still, and even 80 years after its liberation, we are reminded of the pivotal role journalism played in uncovering the atrocities of the Holocaust.
In the days just prior to VE Day, Allied divisions in Germany began meeting the most extreme victims of fascism. Out of death factories, there began to emerge the living, stumbling ghosts of Buchenwald, Dachau, and Belsen.
80 years ago, Edward R. Murrow's radio broadcast reached millions of Americans, informing many of them for the first time of the atrocities committed by Nazi Germany.
Murrow is remembered as one of the most trusted voices of his time. He was a voice for the people, and his unapologetic reporting style was effective in painting the picture of death, leaving out only details he thought were too gruesome to share. Holger Obarius works as the director of education at the memorial. He says that without these first-hand accounts, Holocaust denial would have found a stronger foothold.
Many people say, I don't believe in something unless I've seen it. Just imagine that these pictures had not appeared in the US-American public. There would be much more room for denial and ignorance.
Today, Buchenwald stands as a reminder of the dangers of hate and intolerance. Rose Schaefer and her fellow volunteers at the memorial are devoted to this mission.
Every day you're working to keep the flame of their memory alive and kind of make something useful and meaningful out of their senseless death.
Despite the overwhelming evidence of the Holocaust, the fight against denial continues, with social media being a hotspot for misinformation. Findings from a Claims Conference survey say 49% of U.S. millennials and Gen Z have seen Holocaust denial or distortion posts on social media or elsewhere online.
So much evidence there. It's overwhelming. Millions of papers stating the crimes of the Nazis.
These efforts, alongside the work of journalists like Murrow, continue to reveal the truths of what happened at Buchenwald and in camps all across Europe.
The thing that's rewarding about this work is finding meaning in keeping their memory alive on this deeper human level. Has to transcend being able to save them, being able to change history, being able to rewrite history.
As time passes, Buchenwald's mission remains clear: to challenge distorted histories and to educate future generations. As Murrow once said, the evidence of human suffering is all around me, and today it still is. The fight to preserve this history and to combat denial and misinformation continues, and for Obarius and his team, the work is ongoing. Because in an age where truth is under siege, the mission remains as vital as ever: to document, to expose, and to ensure the world never forgets.
Murrow witnessed the horror, the humanity, and the devastation firsthand. Standing here today, you can't help but feel the weight of that legacy.
Was there to be still another cycle of affliction, appeasement, and annihilation? Or had we walked through midnight towards the dawn without knowing it?
Reporting from Buchenwald Memorial, I'm Brooke Bovenkamp.